Reactions That Rock. I am Seth, a former rock and roll radio DJ, and now just a basement-dwelling YouTube weirdo, listening to music I normally wouldn't ever listen to in my normal life. That being said, one group that has taken me by surprise is the group BTS. Again, nobody's told me what BTS stands for. Is it behind the scenes, better than sex? Beats, talking, singing, I don't know, what's it mean? Somebody tell me, fill me in, clue me in, make me smarter than I am when I started this. Anyway, I have not found a bad song from the guys of BTS yet, and I know I'm only 5 in, it'll be 6 by the time this is done, and I haven't actually hit the group yet, I've just been doing solo stuff. Right now, that solo trend continues. I've got 2 more guys to get to. V will have his day really, really soon, but right now I've been checking out Jin, the Astronaut. I'm told there's a version with Chris Martin from Coldplay. I don't know if it's this. There were like 1,000 different videos to fire up, and I know when the Big Hit logo shows up, that's probably the one I should do to keep the guys at Big Hit happy, so I don't get a big copyright hit. So we'll roll that. Also, some of you have gotten on me because there was no Big Hit logo for the August D Suga video that I did. However, that was on them, not on me. I don't cut anything out. I start from 0 and end usually as a 0 myself. So I'm just going to fire this up. I don't know if Chris Martin is in this one. I don't know if it's got Coldplay, if anybody else shows up. I know nothing about this. Again, I go in completely blind, as if I just heard the song on the radio for the very first time. So, without further ado, that is exactly what I'm going to do. It is Jin with the Astronaut, the official music video, and we're going to fire up that big hit right now, and then see if the song's a big hit too. That's an interesting start. I like it. I'm assuming his UFO just crashed.
You and me 끝나지 않을 history 나의 우주가 되준 우리의 이야기 목적지 없이 흘러가는 저 소행성처럼 나도 그저 떠내려가고 있었어 어둠 속에 젖은 나의 모든 dream 새롭게 시작될 story When I'm with you there is no
Okay. First of all, I've said it time and time again, I love when the video tells a story and it's not just like a group or a band playing and dancing or whatever they do. And I'm enjoying this so far. Obviously, maybe not obviously. From my perspective, he crash landed and he's in this new world for himself or something, or and he's kind of going through it. I kind of dig it. Maybe the song or the video is about maybe feeling like an outsider, like maybe you don't quite belong. I don't know yet. I'm jumping the gun quite a bit. This is like a really kind of sweet, like croony kind of song. Like this is kind of like that sweet pop vibe. I guess top 40 would be the right call for it. But this is one of those songs already that I could picture on like 30 different types of radio stations, ranging from, you know, the Kiss or the Winks or the iHearts or whatever, and then kind of maybe transitioning a little bit into the everyday workday radio and things like that. Definitely every 45 minutes in your dentist's office, because whatever they listen to has this really, really sweet, soulful music to kind of keep you at ease if you're afraid of drills. Way too much information, but I'm digging this so far. It's a sweet sound. I've gotten all sorts of different vibes from these guys, and when I heard that Coldplay does something with these guys, again, I'm not sure if they do it on this one or if it just doesn't show up and I picked the wrong video, But I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's sweet. It's cute. Like, it's kind of that romantic love song so far. But I'm interested to see, because there's that trend of being an outsider here, that little theme, and I'm wondering if this kind of goes through the lyrics too, because it's called The Astronaut, and now, I thought it was like a guy going up into space, but apparently it's one coming down. So I want to see if that theme kind of carries through and where we go. And thanks to whoever it was that told me how to actually use a computer, my old dumb, I was going to say the A word, my old dumb butt, just figured this out with your help, that I can press like J and I can go back like 5 seconds. So yeah, I'm like technologically advanced. Now, if only English as my first language sounded anything remotely close to these guys, who sometimes speak it better than I do, and it's my understanding only one of them is fluent. Crossword puzzle. There's an astronaut! Oh, that's good imagery. Okay, yeah. I'm loving the video. The song it's poppy and it's upbeat and it's happy. Look at me, I'm not usually poppy, upbeat. Well, that's not entirely true. I'm upbeat and happy sometimes, especially when I'm doing this and I'm talking to all of you. But I'm also dark and twisted in my own sort of way. But this is a fun video. I really like the use of imagery here. The way he's looking at this astronaut statue, I'm assuming. It might move, I don't know. But, and it shows his face in it, like he's the spaceman. He came down. Also, this is a little odd to me, and I'm hoping maybe I'm in for a surprise. Like maybe he gets back to his ship and meets his alien girlfriend or something. Because this is a love song, and he's been alone the whole time. We haven't seen any person of love interest show up yet. So I'm maybe wondering if he has to leave Earth to go find her or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting way ahead of myself, but I'm digging it so far. It's I like the video more than the song. I think that's a fair thing to say, but the song is really, really good. It's just, I'm a rock and roll dude, and this is too beautiful. And that's a good thing, but the video is too amazing. I'm really, really digging it, and it's full of symbolism and imagery, and I just love that. Okay, I actually said that the song was good, but the video was better. But at the same time, I got myself in the monitors, and I'm head bobbing. So the beat has pulled me in. So I've gotta. Something's happening. Okay, I know, I've paused it a bit here. This is so dangerously close to becoming a cliche boy band video for me. Like, if he all of a sudden is wearing, like, a silver lame three-piece suit that he starts dancing in, I am going to both love it and hate it at the exact same time. But it's like, it's so on that top 40 edge of almost, like, it wants to tease me with cheese, if you know what I mean. And I don't mean like a mouse. Well, maybe I mean like a mouse in a trap. But it wants to tease me into thinking it's going that direction. And so far it hasn't. And I actually enjoy that. Yes, I know they can be a little poppy. From all the singing that I've heard from the BTS guys, like the actual just pure singing, I think Jin and, oh my god, I'm drawing a blank now. Oh my god, it's happening. No, I think Jin has one of the most solid, natural singing voices of the group that I've heard so far. Jimin, also has like a really beautiful kind of voice. And I don't mean beautiful offensively or rudely. I mean like beautiful, like a crooner, like Sinatra, like somebody you would throw on the radio and want to hear the voice. It has that calming, relaxing feel to it. And I kind of made that little bit of a not funny joke about hearing this at the dentist's office, but it really does have a calming, soothing feel to his voice. And I'm digging it. Again, I'm half hoping for a silver lame suit and a dance sequence as he becomes the Martian or the astronaut or whatever. But again, I'm probably getting way ahead of myself, and likely none of that will happen, and he's just staring into space with more subtlety. But in case you haven't noticed, I'm not the world's biggest fan of subtlety sometimes. So we'll see. But again, I always predict what's going to happen, and that's a trap I fall into every single time, and you just keep putting up with it, so I appreciate it. Let's do my 5-second rewind that suddenly I've learned how to do. Oh my god, it only took me 115 days. Head bob. He's not going. This is really sweet. He's like, what's up? Yeah. Aww. Okay. I'm going to say it right now. If there is a Chris Martin Coldplay version of this song, and maybe I'm getting my songs confused, I don't know. I've got a lot of information to take in when it comes to the BTS 7. But if there is a Chris Martin version of this song, I'm happy that wasn't it, or that I didn't jump into it, because he's not needed for it. This was a standalone gem. This was beautiful. And if I'm wrong, I'm sure all of you will tell me in the comments that no, that's a different song. But this was beautiful. This was really sweet. I gotta be honest here, and tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong, because BTS and the guys are a whole lot deeper than sometimes I expect them to be, and then, or sometimes I don't find meaning where they intend meaning, and sometimes I find meaning when there was no meaning. So let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong here. but this was a love song to Army, to you guys. Am I right? Am I right? Because this didn't, as emotional and as good of a love song as this was, it didn't really strike me as just a boy and a girl in love. It felt bigger than that. It felt like a boy in love. Maybe with everyone who's been there for him, maybe with the people that have taken care of him, maybe with the strange new planet that has embraced him. I don't know. Again, I'm just kind of getting a little poetic here. But that's my understanding where I sit right now is this could sound like if you were getting married, you could totally do this as like a wedding song, like you and your man or you and your woman or whatever. You could just totally do this and pretend that it's like about the two of you and that's perfect. But this feels like it's more like I'm going into the military. Thank you for everything. I love you, all of you. And thank you. And when we're together, it's heaven. When you're all with me, I'm alone in heaven. I don't know. I could be way the hell off the mark. You could tell me that he wrote this for his girlfriend when he was 17. I don't know. But to me, that's what it felt like. It felt more than just a love song between boy meets girl kind of thing. So that's my takeaway. This was beautiful. This was a really, like, sweet, saccharine love song. I mean, look at me. I'm not exactly sweet, saccharine love song dude. But I do have a heart buried somewhere in here. And this really, really kind of touched that. It tickled the heart just a little bit. I don't know why my heart went that way, but it tickled. That's even worse. It tickled the heart. I'm not gonna pantomime tickling anymore. We're done with that. But it really, really tickled my heart. And even if this wasn't how I took it to be, it was, right? Because a lot of this is open to interpretation, too. Music makes you feel a certain way, and if what you get out of it maybe wasn't the intended meaning, but you feel that and you take that with you, I think you still got bit by the music. So, speaking of the music, it was happy, upbeat, top 40, bubblegum-ish pop, which is okay. Not my cup of tea, coming from the wonderful world of distortion pedals and Marshall stacks and screaming Cookie Monster singers. It was different than what I normally listen to, but it was good. It was a very, very sweet, good song. I feel good listening to it. If I was somewhere and that came on, that's one of those songs that you don't realize it's going to bite you until it does. Or at least for a guy like me, rock and roll, heavy metal, dubstep for a week and a half. But, you don't expect to get bit by a song like that, but it'll be in my head. When I caught myself doing this right along to the music, I realized that, like, tomorrow morning on my commute to work, yeah, this isn't a real job. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be like, that song's going to be going through my head. I'm just going to be like, oh yeah, okay. Yep, it's just crawled in there and nested, and it's going to fester. And then I'll have to pull it up and listen to it to get it out. That's the only way to get a song out of your head, is to immerse yourself in it. If you didn't know that, you're welcome. So I'm going to probably end up immersing myself in this 15 or 20 more times before the week is done. And that, to me, is the sign of a good song. That means it's a hit. Even if it's not a hit in industry jargon in the radio world, which maybe someday I'll do a whole long rant on what's become of my beloved radio industry. But this is, you don't listen to radio. I mean, you can listen to radio, but don't expect to listen to radio. It's all a commercial. It used to be like 8 minutes an hour of commercials, and now it's literally 60 minutes an hour of commercials. The music are commercials these days. So that's all it is. Rant over. Thank you so much for hanging out and for enjoying this. I have to check out V. Does he do anything? Does he like throw up V? I don't know. I would, I'd be like the YMCA guy, but I'd just be like V. I don't know. But I gotta check out V, and then I've wrapped up all 7 of the guys, which means I can start in with the group. I can continue the August D trilogy. I can fire up the guides and the the behind-the-scenes stuff and the tall tales and the stories and the wonderment that is the BTS universe. Is that what they call it? What do they call the BTS sphere of influence? I don't know. But I like that, the sphere of influence. We should stick with the axis of power. No, I don't know. I'm just going way off the rails here, which means it's time to wrap this up and call it a night. Thank you so much for watching. You know what you got to do. You got to give me thumbs. I love the way your thumbs look. There, you got beautiful thumbs. Thank you so much. If you're brand new to this channel, I highly recommend you subscribe. If nothing else, give me like a 7-day trial. You can cancel anytime, and it doesn't cost you a nickel. Or a penny or a damn thing except your time and maybe your sanity. So definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. If you do that, you got to turn the little notifications on with the click of that bell. And thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. You have made me feel like such a young kid. You validated me. You've given me purpose. So with that being said, new sign off every video I do, and some of these I just pull out of thin air, and most of them I pull out of whatever's rattling around for memories in here. So I'm going to leave you with this. Remember to always, always let your conscience be your guide.